wherever you want to.
Can you hear me?
It's just whatever.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
First, let me say this. Thank you for being here, especially my family. On April 13th, which was sometime last week, or I don't even know when, today's the 19th, right? On April 13th, I had to go to the doctor. And it's been so hard for me to keep it a big time secret, especially to my mom. Because on the 13th, when I was at the doctor, she sat right next to me. But a lot of things were said, but she wasn't in the room. So anyways, with that, just know I love you, Mom. I wrote this down because it's hard for me. I used to sit and think if all I heard was real. At times I prayed with doubt and knew I'd never be healed. And then there were so many times that I wondered, what does God have in store for me? And then I was discouraged because I was told I was not cancer-free. Although through all my triumphs, He did not leave me alone. He placed all of you guys around me, and then He watched me grow. A lot of times there was confusion and a broken heart too, but He gave me grace enough to know that I would pull through. Thanks so much for coming and hearing what I have to say. For now you know the power that God can share each day. He hears every prayer, He comforts every heart, and He wipes away the tears when you feel torn apart. So to all my family and friends, I'm finally free of cancer. For the Lord has healed me. He wrapped me in His arms and said there was a cure when I wouldn't understand, but when I was due. In the process of my growth, I was taught to hold on to every precious moment that was going on. He strengthened my faith and taught me to see that the power in prayer is for people like me. So I confess today, once again, He is the answer to everything, for He is the one that has healed me from my disease. On the 13th of April, I was given a CAT scan. But before I was given that CAT scan, I went into the emergency room with so much pain, and I didn't understand. When that doctor went in there, he said, "Are you still going to treatment?" And I said, "No." On November of 2007, I gave up on myself because I didn't have the financial, I didn't have no money to pay for those treatments. So I left everything in God's hands. Yes, I doubted. Yes, I would get discouraged. But something inside me kept telling me, you got to hold on to something. And it was Him. So when that doctor went in there, my mom wasn't in there, he said, "You could be dying right now. It could be just everywhere in your body." And I got so scared. But when he walked out, I prayed. And I said, "Lord, you told me that you didn't want me like this. That it was up to you, for me to give you everything, and you would take care of it." So he goes back in my room and he says, "Let's give you a CT, check your blood cells. Let's make sure where you're at right now. If we got to put you back on chemo, give you radiation, put my family back to square one." I said, "Okay." My mom walks in there, and I'm like, "It's okay, we're going to go do a CT." When we go in there, and I come out, he keeps me long enough to read every result. I didn't have to wait. And normally we have to wait on those results, and I didn't have to. God just printed them and said, "Read them to her." And I sat in that bed, and he looked at me and still gave me that moment with Him, that appointment with Him, just Him. And the doctor stands there and he says, "If you wouldn't have told me your story, if you wouldn't have showed me your report, I would have never known. Because that CT shows nothing. Not one dot, not anything." He said, "It's gone. You have nothing." He goes, "All I need you to do is seek your primary doctor to give you the confirmation on paper." When I went to the doctor here in Littlefield, he looked at me and he said, "You don't have to say anything." He says, "I already see it." I said, "All we need to do is schedule for this to come out." Yeah. It was hard for me all week long to be quiet and not scream and shout and laugh. The crying, it's not because I'm sad. It's because I didn't do it by myself. But I wanted my friend Lori, I wanted her to be here because I wanted her to know you can't give up. Because he's right there. If you believe that he will heal you, you're healed. You're healed. You just gotta let him. Thank you, guys. I love you.
Yeah.